Hello and welcome to another video confessional. Rob is my ride or die. I love Rob, but I kind of want Dave to win, and I wrote this in my challenge thread in my confessional because nobody trusts Dave. Yeah, so like everybody wants Dave out, so why wouldn't I want Dave around one more round? Because here's the deal. If Dave leaves and there's Rob and myself, and there's a strong chance that someone would want to work with Rob instead of me and have me voted out, because I think Rob and I are a little more similar as far as us being calm. Like his strategy too was the same. He said he told everyone that he's not planning anything weird, he's just laying low. So he was using that same kind of like playing dead strategy. Dave, Robin, and myself kind of had to act this round was to play dead. Like if a masked shooter, this is graphic, but if a masked shooter comes in and is going all crazy with a gun, like the biggest and best strategy if you're unarmed isn't to like run up after him and tell him to stop. Sometimes you just have to like play dead on the ground and just show that you're absolutely not a threat and you're already dead, like in order to just like survive another day. So for that reason, I kind of wanted Dave to win and Rob to go so that people wouldn't want Rob around further than myself. So I was actually kind of happy when Dave won. My only concern was that I know that Rob is smart enough of a player to decide that I should be the backup instead of him. So I was kind of like, is he one of those players that's going to be like preaching loyalty, or is he going to be the type of player that would like throw me under the bus? I wasn't sure, but I think it really helped that I did draw rocks for him, because that made him not want to screw up my game. So he actually didn't throw me under the bus at all. What he did was like, really, I loved how this whole tribal council played out. Rob was kind of planting the seeds of doubt and mistrust, which was perfect. He said, you guys think you're TAM4 strong, but I'll tell you right now that there's two people saying that there's no cracks whatsoever. There's one person that's giving me, a solid sliver of hope here, and there's one person that is actively plotting against y'all. And then, of course, I'm thinking right away, okay, this has got to be like Matt and Shauna saying no sliver of hope. This is probably Alex engaging in dialogue and giving him some kind of hope. And then this is Heidi that was offering us the deal, because Heidi said she wanted to work with myself, Rob, and Matt as a 4 to vote out the other 3. Shauna probably freaked out and was like, because she thinks she has this entire tribe, especially the TAM4, just wrapped around her finger, and for some information to come forward via Rob in tribal council that she was not aware of probably freaked her the flip out. And she was all like, oh, well, you need to just name names and give them a chance to defend themselves, because that's what real allies would do for each other. Something like that. And I'm thinking, real allies? Like, girl, like, I got so frustrated, but I tried to keep it calm because I don't want to get on Shauna's hit list, but I don't want to be like further up on the list. So I was all like, you know what? They don't need to be called out in order to defend themselves. They can volunteer who they are right now. They don't need to be called out in order to do that, because if they're real allies, they can just say right now it was them. And of course it's silence because it's Heidi. They could have thought it was Alex, because Alex was not present at this tribal council. But again, silence, crickets. And then Matt and Shauna say, oh, well, you're probably lying. And I'm like, yeah, true, could be, but I guess we'll never know, huh? So we just kind of left it at that, like, ooh. So then we go into voting, and this is where I cry, basically. I don't cry, but Rob and I are just talking back and forth. Everyone else messaged me like, hey, are you cool to vote out Rob? And I was like, yeah, I'm cool, I like him, but votes are just gonna get harder from here on out, blah, 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 blah. Rob and I are talking, and he's just, I don't know, we're just gonna having a good back and forth moment here, bonding over like how frustrating it is to be in this position. I feel bad for him because he's a really good player and he just got caught in a bad spot. But Rob's like, I'm gonna be rooting for you all the way. If you make it to the end, you've got my vote. He's like, Shauna has got to go. He's like, if it comes to a point where it's Matt and Heidi versus Alex and Shauna, like, promise me you like will work with Matt and Heidi in order to vote out Shauna. Same as me, he wants Shauna out ASAP because she's just literally unbearable. Rob's being all nice, and I posted a GIF that I'll post in my confessional here below, but it reminded me of like, I'm Rose and he's Jack, and it's like, don't ever let go, like, promise me you'll keep holding on, you'll keep living, you'll keep fighting. And I'm like, Jack, I'll never let go. And I let him go. It's like, Rob, you self-voted. And he's like, hey, it was more time to talk to you. And I'm just like, oh. It was so sweet. So this is where it gets interesting. Now, moving forward, Heidi immediately says that she wants to work with myself, Dave, and then pull in Matt to vote out Shauna. Her thing is she's really gonna work with Matt over the next 2 days, and Dave as well, to kind of show them that like Shauna's a threat, Shauna's been running this whole game and she needs to go. On the flip side, Alex, we had a brief conversation while he was out drinking last night, and he was like, I definitely want you here past Tuesday. Because I kind of started off by saying, hey, if Dave wins immunity again, like, I'm kind of concerned that people won't want to make a move last minute in that 15-minute time frame, and they won't be prepared to vote out someone else as a backup instead of myself, which is kind of the easy way to go. And he's like, I give you my word, like, I definitely want to work with you past Tuesday, like, you know, I need to do some thinking, and if Dave goes on an immunity run, then we need to make this move sooner than we had anticipated. So here's what I've been planning with Alex, and I'm not sure which way this is going to go. What was great about what Rob said in Tribal Council is that Shauna and Matt had no idea, clearly they had no idea that person was offering us deals. So if they really are a tight four, Heidi would have come to Shauna, Matt, and Alex and said, hey, guys, I'm feeding them all this info, but it's really not true. I really don't want to work with Rob or Dave or Joanna. I'm just saying this. And so if Rob had come up and said, oh, one person's offering us deals, Shauna and Matt would have been like, oh, okay, great, whatever, because they know that it's Heidi. But the fact that they did not know it was Heidi shows that Heidi could be actually literally serious about this, which is kind of fantastic. However, on the other hand, Alex, I know, is very close to Shauna, and although he's beginning to see kind of that she's double dealing and she has her hand everywhere and she's really been controlling this game, I'm not sure that he's ready to cut her loose yet. So if it comes down to it, it might be one of those things where I have to decide, am I going to vote with Dave, Matt, and Heidi against Shauna? And would Alex jump in with that too? He may. Or is it going to be one of those things where Alex wants to vote out Heidi because he doesn't trust Heidi because of what I've been telling him that Heidi's doing and what he sees in front of his eyes? So what if Alex decides to target Heidi? He could pull over Shauna, and he could potentially pull over Matt. So it might be one of those things where at the end of the day I have to decide, am I going to vote out Heidi or am I going to vote out Shauna? Because if Heidi is campaigning to vote out Shauna, I'm not sure that Alex would want to do that quite yet. He may, and I hope he does, because I really want Shauna to leave so I can post that quote in her little goodbye thread that, what'd she tell me? I want to be able to reward good behavior and punish bad behavior if I have any such say in things. Like, literally. Which side is Alex going to go on? Is Alex going to join in on this Shauna getting out campaign? Is he going to want to just go with the flow and maybe vote out Dave like Shauna may still want? Or is he going to go, against Heidi and actively campaign to get Heidi out? At the end of the day, I think maybe the people in the most trouble this round is going to be Dave, because people are scared more and more of an immunity run, Heidi, because she has actively been double dealing and not letting her allies know, or Shauna, because that's who I want out and that's who Heidi wants out. I have like my little notes of what happened, because I'm going to Bali tomorrow. You'll keep living, you'll keep fighting, that I want to talk about. I think I can do it. Nothing crazy here with Joanna. Ooh, is she up to something? Is she up to something? That's my impression of Shauna right now. Actually, ooh. Shauna, Heidi, and Dave are in a bit of a pickle this round. But yeah.